right, I see the recording. Hi guys. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Danielle and I'm a sales coordinator with the Juice Plus company. And tonight I am going to train on the do's and don'ts of social media and how do we get orders and build income. Just real briefly, I gave up my Facebook shortly after I joined the Juice Plus company. I was going through a tough time with friendships and a lot of negativity on social media, and so I decided I was going to start a new business and give up social media. And immediately Kelly called me and she said, what's going on? Why would you give up social media? Why would you give up Facebook? You need Facebook to, do this business. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. Like, I need to get rid of the negativity and yada, yada, yada. And she said, well, I just want you to know that Facebook's going to be a big part of your business. You may want to consider getting it back. And shortly after that, I went to a regional training where Ellie Shepley was training on social media. And so I listened because I knew that I needed social media for my business. I was a stay-at-home mom, but the negativity was affecting me emotionally and mentally. I was just like, I don't want to deal with this. Facebook can be so distracting if you let it get to you. And I was terrified about posting and putting things out there. What are people going to think of me? But I knew I needed to do it. So I listened to Ellie Shepley when she spoke at this regional training. And the first thing I did when I came home was get rid of anybody who was negative. I didn't delete them. I just kind of went to the right-hand corner and started hiding posts or hiding them from my feed. And I started liking more positive posts. And I'm here to tell you guys tonight that social media can be a powerful, powerful tool if used properly. Most of my business since I've started has come from social media and me posting. So the number one goal is you want to attract the right people. And how you do this, everyone is different because we all have different interests. So you want to make sure you're posting with balance. You're lifing with JP is what we call it. And the first question to ask yourself when you're posting something is, what are people seeing when they watch my life on social media? Am I inspiring them to be a better person? People use social media as entertainment. They scroll the feed wanting to be inspired, not educated. So some things you can do is you can seek out fun things to do and you can post about them. Show the audience that you're having fun and you're lifing with JP. Some examples: you're out to lunch with a friend or even a current customer or potential customer. Take a picture and make a post about customer appreciation or educating a new customer on the benefits of whole foods. People love seeing other people have fun. They get something called FOMO, fear of missing out. They want to be a part of what we're doing. They want to do what we're doing. People want to get healthy. That's the trend right now. Another post, take a picture of something rare that you're eating and say something like, never in a million years would I have guessed that I would be craving kale chips. Never used to eat greens. I can thank JP and metabolic reprogramming. Creating curiosity with a post, you're opening that up for questions. So, my kids don't eat greens. How are you eating greens? You never ate them before. What's making you eat greens? So that's the kind of conversation that's going to be struck up when you make this post. When you get those kinds of questions on your post, you want to immediately take it offline. You want to start the dialogue via text messenger or instant messenger, whatever your preference is, however you communicate with the person, you want to immediately take it offline. And when you take it offline, you also don't want to just, oh, here's some JP information and just bombard them. You want to keep the dialogue going. Start asking more questions. See what their need is. See what their want is. Because if you don't and you just bombard them with information, you're going to see that they read it and they're not going to respond, and you're going to get in your head. Trust me, I've done it. We're all guilty of it. So Some posting tips: when creating a post, find a picture. Pictures draw more attention to your post. Emoticons, smiley faces, and the little fruits and veggies, those draw 33% more attention. People are more likely to be online at the end of the week. Our highest viewer volume on social media are at our morning before people go to work, noontime around lunchtime, evening after the kids are in bed, so like that 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock window. You really want to try to make posts during those times because that's when they're going to be seen. And you want to be consistent when you're posting. You want to post something every single day. The more consistent you post, the more your posts will get noticed. You can't just, create a post and go 5 days, and say, oh, I didn't get anything on that post. Well, you probably didn't get anything because you're not consistently posting, so nobody's liking the post, it's not showing up. Don't get discouraged when you guys start making posts, because it does take time to kind of build up that, posting and people liking and people commenting. It doesn't just happen overnight. You don't want to post 15 posts back to back. So you really like this post and you post it, and then 2 minutes later you post another post, and 2 minutes after that you post another post. If you do that, you're not giving your first post a chance to get recognized. It kind of just is like going out there, and the chances of it getting recognized are, less. You want to save posts that you like from other people. We're one team, one mission. So if I post something and you really like it, save it, copy it, and save it for later, use it the same day if you want. It's very flattering to us when, somebody takes a post, you're just like, yeah, that was a really good post. I rocked that. So feel free to use other people's posts. I sometimes even will look at other Juice Plus representatives and, from sidelines, from other teams, and check out their posts, because they might post the way I'm posting. Somebody that I really love to follow is Kim McCall. If you guys if you're not friends with her, or, you don't know who she is, look her up on Facebook, and she is a perfect example of someone who lifes with JP. She has a great balance of JP, her home life. It's really, she's very inspiring. The more consistent you are, I can't say this enough, is posting every day. Back in December last year is really when I committed to posting every day. I was like, all right, there's got to be something to this. Ellie Shepley is, she was 26, 27 years old at the time, and she was a qualified national marketing director, and, she's saying, you've got to be consistent. And when I committed to being consistent about posting every day, in the month of December, I had 18 customers, the hardest time of year. But what happened is people were seeing what I was doing, and they wanted to jump on board. So questions get more responses. People love to offer advice. So for example, favorite healthy fast food, go. Keep it that simple, and I can guarantee you're going to get a list of people offering all these fast food healthy restaurants. Oh, Laney and Lou is my favorite restaurant. Take it offline and say, oh, I'd love to meet you at Laney and Lou sometime. It's such and such dish is my favorite. You're now creating conversation and dialogue with somebody that you never thought you were going to have a conversation with, and now you get a chance to meet up and have lunch with them. The other example is post a video. I recently posted a video of my 3-year-old daughter swallowing the capsules. You don't even need a caption for that. It kind of, says itself. It says whatever, it needs to say for itself. Some do's and don'ts. Be honest, you guys. Be authentic. If a post doesn't resonate with you or doesn't fit your family, don't post it, because people know who you are. So don't take posts that aren't going to pertain to you. Do not post about controversial topics, religion, politics. We've got to stay away from that, because what happens is you're narrowing your customer base. And just just like don't post, but also don't comment on somebody else's post, because when you comment, your friends are going to see you commenting. So, you know, you really want to be careful about posting something like that and putting that out there for other people to see. Draw people to ask questions. You want to create curiosity. Try your hardest not to mention Juice Plus. So example, you post a picture of your family. This is an example of what not to do. You post a picture of your family drinking a smoothie and you say something like, drinking my Juice Plus complete smoothie. Love getting 23 plants in my body every day. It's absorbed through your bloodstream too. By posting something like this, you're not creating curiosity at all. Nobody has to ask you what it is. You've told them everything about it, so there's no need for them to comment. There's no need for them to ask questions, so they just kind of move along. Saying too much, you just leave zero room for conversation. The other thing that I see sometimes, people posting about the shred, and somebody will take a picture of everything that you can't have on the shred. I'm excited to do the shred, and then they post that picture that has no gluten, no dairy, no sugar, no caffeine, no alcohol, and people are like, they're laughing at us. I can promise you, people are like, yeah, right, I'm not gonna do that. So you wanna create curiosity with your shred post. And once they ask you about it, take it offline and don't immediately send them that picture of what they can't do. Start talking about your results and how you feel. Mental clarity, you know, I lost 5 pounds, I have a flatter tummy. Start talking about all the benefits that you receive from the shred, and then you can say, and this is what, you know, this is what it entails. It's only 10 days. You can do anything for 10 days. But now they want everything that we're experiencing. They want it. So they're willing to do it and try it. Refrain from long posts. I promise you, people do not read long posts. If you remember before, I talked about morning before, people are on social media in the morning before work. They don't have time to read a long post. At lunchtime, they're trying to shovel a meal in at lunchtime, and they're not going to read it. They're going to scroll past it. And after the kids go to bed, they're just scrolling through. They don't have time to read a long post. Don't become a commercial for Juice Plus. You'll turn people off. So again, that's the balance thing. You don't, every single day, don't wake up and post about Juice Plus. I try to make my posts first thing in the morning so that I can manage my notifications throughout the day. So I'll try to make one in the morning. I will occasionally, you know, do one in the afternoon, but I try to keep it to 1 or 2 posts a day. Use hashtags. Anytime that if anybody is not familiar with a hashtag, so you make a post and then at the bottom of the post, hashtag healthy living. So anytime somebody clicks on that hashtag or types in the search engine, hashtag healthy living, your post is going to come up. And the way I use hashtags is when I'm looking for a post and I am like, I don't know what to post today. I'll search hashtag healthy living or hashtag fruits and vegetables, and I'll look at all the posts that have come up for that, and I'll create a post from that. I'll get some inspiration from that. Always like other people's pictures, especially potential customers or dealers. It will make your post show up in their feed. So it's kind of like, you know, you want to get somebody on Juice Plus, and you start, you know, searching through, you know, stalking them, I guess, on Facebook, and see what their interests are. And then create a post that, you know, this is after you've been liking some of their stuff. And then create a post that you think is going to resonate with them. And hopefully you're going to attract them to comment on your post because you've been on their feed commenting and liking their pictures. 6 helpful guidelines to use is, think about when you're posting. You want to post about lifestyle. Post pictures of you being on vacation and hashtag time freedom. People are going to notice that. Whoa, she's going on vacation a lot more. Where's she getting the money to go on vacation? People want to do what we're doing. Fitness, post pictures being active and healthy with your family. Vanity. If your hairdresser makes a comment about your hair's growing really fast, or your dentist makes a comment about your teeth, make a post about it, you guys, because people are into vanity. And I guarantee you a post like that will get some serious attention. Family, it always melts people's hearts when you talk about family and posting family pictures and you're having fun with your family. Future, post your goals and your dream board. Show people what you're creating, because when you're doing that, you know, when you reach your goals, people are like, wow, she means business. She's not giving up. She's really doing this business. And then fun. And who doesn't want to have fun? Again, FOMO. People are fear of missing out. They're going to join in and have fun with us. Never, ever, ever use terminology like message me or post your web page. People know how to get a hold of you. You don't want to sound desperate. So another example of what not to do. You're posting a post that talks about you figured out how to get 33 plants in your body. And at the bottom of the post, you say something like, message me for details. You don't have to say that. People, if your post is creating curiosity, you're gonna get somebody saying, hey, what are you doing? 33 plants? I want 33 plants in my body. How do I get 33 plants in my body? Take it offline. You know, you can comment underneath and continue the curiosity. You don't have to lie, but continue the curiosity so that if anybody else is seeing that post, they know that you responded to the person and that you're taking it offline and you're having a private conversation about it. You want to help your fellow distributors. This is really important, you guys. We're a team, and for those posts sometimes that don't, you know, they get hidden because of the time of day that we chose to post, or, you know, it happens. Posts get lost. But if we as team members are helping each other and we're commenting on posts, it's bringing it back up to the top, allowing it to go back into the feed for everybody else to see. So an example, we have completely figured out how to get over 45 plants in our bodies before 9 a.m. So Kelly posts that, say she posted the other day. I'm gonna say in response, I'm so grateful you shared how you get all those plants every day with my family. It has changed our health. So I'm creating curiosity towards Kelly's post, because now Kelly, they're thinking, well, why did Kelly share that with her and not me? I want to know how to get that many plants in my body. So that's continuing the curiosity. A way to create fun posts by using your own pictures and adding your own wording. I've used Word Swag, A Beautiful Mess, and Teresa, I don't know if she's on tonight, but she uses Canvia, C-A-N-V-I-A. You guys, sometimes these apps cost a little bit of money. I think one of them I paid $3.99 for. But first of all, we can use it as a write-off, and people love seeing, like, you know, I'm creating a post with pictures of my kids, but I'm using, you know, some cool saying that, you know, pertains to them or whatever. People love seeing posts like that. So, you know, if you spend $3.99 and you make one picture and you get a trio off of that, it's paying for itself over and over. So I say it's worth it. So you made all these great posts. You're getting comments and likes now. So now what? Well, you've just created a warm market. So, you know, you hear all the time in this business, the fortunes in the follow-up. It's really true, you guys. So, you know, you're immediately taking it offline. You have, you know, you make your post first thing in the morning, and now you've got all these notifications. People are commenting on your post. So now you've got the entire day to follow up and, you know, create conversation with these people. So I make that my list of things to do for that day, is following up with people. Some examples of some follow-ups. Hello, my friend. I just wanted to reach out and thank you for taking the time to like a lot of my posts. I know you are a busy mama, and taking even a small amount of time adds up over the course of the day. So thank you for liking the post and for making my day. Hope you and your family are well. I sent that to somebody and I said nothing about JP, but the conversation went to JP after we kept going back and forth, back and forth. It ended up going to JP and she's now a customer. So Ellie Shepley gave some that I will share with you guys. Hey, thanks for liking my post about my nails. I'm really excited about this change. Isn't it amazing what Whole Foods can do for us? I found it really hard to get all that we need as a family, but I'm so happy I found something to help. If I sent you a video link, would you watch it? It is so important to ask for permission before you send anybody information. I've been guilty of it. You get excited, you want to share, and you end up sharing all this information and you don't know where their head's at. You don't know where they are in their health journey, and you've probably just shared information that they could care less about. So you really want to ask before you send anything. Hey, thanks for commenting on my post. I'm so glad I have friends like you who get it. Would you like to hear more about the plan I'm using to help my family get healthy? Hey, long time no talk. I'm so glad we have Facebook to keep in touch. I noticed you liked a post of mine about keeping healthy. I'd love to hear more about your health journey and what's new. Hi, friend. Thanks for liking my post about my job. Haha, well, it's not really a job when you're having so much fun. Are you looking to work from home like I do? If I sent you a video link, would you take a few minutes to watch it? So again, you don't want to bombard people with Juice Plus information. You always want to ask for permission. Because it creates the dialogue, it opens up the conversation. So basically, you guys, if you are posting every single day, you're being consistent, you're using the guidelines that I talked about, you're lifing with JP, sit back and watch your business grow, I promise. This isn't something that you're gonna wake up tomorrow and start posting. I did this so gradually. It was over time that I learned how to do some of this. I'm still not good at it. There's days that I make posts and I'm like, oh my gosh, that one really stunk. Like I shouldn't have posted that. But if you're posting something and you are, you're about to post and you're like, oh, should I post that? Like, that's probably going to be controversial, or, I'm not feeling right about it. Don't post it. You probably shouldn't be posting it. But if you're feeling like, oh, what are people going to think of me if I post that? Post it. Post away. Stop thinking about what people are going to think, because what if you inspire that one person to become healthy? And I've learned that through time. I didn't just wake up and start posting. I started out with hiding everybody that had negativity. Sometimes I had to hide family because it's just, people love to be negative. So get rid of the negative people. Do that first. And then, once you feel comfortable about that and you start seeing all these positive posts, you start it, it's in your head. You start to feel more positive. So I got rid of the negative posts first. And then I was like, okay, I think I'm ready to post. And I'd make a post and I'd be like, oh my God, that was terrible. And it felt horrible. But if you're consistent and you post every day, I promise you're going to see results, you guys. Get out of your comfort zone, make those posts. You will see some change happen, promise. I will open the lines for any questions if anybody has any.
Great job, Danielle.
Thank you.
Awesome job, Danielle.